Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited.
It's time to trade in that old living room set for a brand new one at Quartz. For a limited time only, get 25% off any living room set with your trade-in. It's easy to take advantage of this offer. First, take a photo or video of your old living room furniture. Next, go on down to your nearest Quartz store and purchase your new living room set. Then, we will deliver your new living room set and haul away the old one at no extra cost to you. No cash, no problem. Pay with Quartz Ready Finance and you pay nothing for 30 days. This is a deal you don't want to miss. Supplies are limited. Act now. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home. Offer does not include Ashley living room sets.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves was bestowed with Nicaragua's highest decoration as the people of Nicaragua commemorated the 43rd anniversary of the Sandinista Popular Revolution on July 19th. President of the Republic of Nicaragua, Daniel Ortega, presided over the act in which Gonsalves was given the Augusto C. Sandino Order, the highest decoration in Nicaragua. The award was named in commemoration of Augusto Cesar Sandino, the maximum Nicaraguan national hero. Gonsalves, who was on an official visit to Nicaragua and was a special guest at the event, was given the award for his support and defense of the Sandinista Popular Revolution. He thanked Nicaragua for the award on his official Twitter account. He tweeted, "I thank my friend, His Excellency Daniel Ortega, President of the Republic of Nicaragua, and the people of that great country for this award, and I solemnly affirm that I will do my best to live up to the high expectations." Dr. Gonsalves, prior to the ceremony, was also conferred the Dr. Honorary Causa Award on July 18th from the Universities of the Autonomous Regions of the Nicaraguan Caribbean Coast and the Bluefields Indian and Caribbean University. Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar, during a recent appearance on NBC Radio's face-to-face program, emphasized the importance of de-risking the livestock sector here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Caesar said moves such as establishing a local abattoir will go a long way in accomplishing that goal and has called on persons willing to participate in that venture to come to the table for discussions. We hear more from the Agriculture Minister.
We have to de-risk the livestock sector. And a big part of de-risking the livestock sector would be the establishment of an abattoir. But we have placed out there on several occasions for public-private partnerships for persons who are willing to participate and willing to engage with the government to build a facility. There are some persons who have the view that the government should build it and the government should operate it. But when we do that, you're hearing persons saying, well, why didn't the government give an opportunity to someone in the private sector?
That was the Minister of Agriculture, Saboto Caesar. Minister Caesar says the government continues to call on the nation's butchers as well as other investors to meet with them for discussions on the matter of establishing a local abattoir. Still on the local scene, according to Minister of Urban Development, Julian Francis, there are quite a number of street vendors in Kingstown who have stalls in the central market. In an effort to declutter the streets of Kingstown, Minister Francis is calling on these vendors to vend from their market stalls or risk losing their stall altogether. We hear more from Minister Francis.
There are 94 persons on the street vending with 116 stalls in the market. And there are 100 inside the market that occupy 222 stalls. So there are a lot of vendors who have stalls in the market who don't use them, but they're vending on the street and cluttering up the street. And these are particularly dry good vendors. Some vegetable vendors, but dry good vendors, like the vendors from Jack's to Heritage Square. Those vendors will get the choice. The choice is you go back to the market to vend, If you ain't going back to the market, you gotta come off the street still, you have to give up your stall. The stalls in the market are not for storage of goods that we vend on the streets.
That was the Minister of Urban Development, Energy, Airports, Seaports, Grenadines Affairs, and Local Government, Julian Francis. Minister Francis said that he anticipates that there are people that will be upset by this move, but he is confident that his ministry will ultimately be successful in its attempt to clean up the streets of capital city, Kingstown. On to news in the region. The British Virgin Islands Police Force has reported that officers of the Marine Branch have charged a 30-year-old male resident of Charleville Estate with smuggling migrants. The suspect, who will appear before the magistrate court at the next available sitting, is likely to receive additional charges in relation to this matter. In the early morning hours of Monday, officers of the Marine Branch attempted to intercept a suspicious vessel in the Sir Francis Drake Channel with a number of persons on board. The vessel sped off, officers gave chase, and the captain ran the boat aground in the area of Manuel Reef, where persons on board tried to flee the area. Onshore, officers of the Armed Response Team, Marine Unit, and the Beat Patrol captured and detained 16 illegal immigrants. 3 additional persons who escaped were later detained, bringing the total to 20 persons, including the captain. No injuries were reported. The 19 persons include women and children who are nationals of Venezuela, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, St. Martin, and Guyana, and are being detained by the Immigration Department while repatriation arrangements are being initiated. Less than half of the maximum sentence is what convicted rapist Addison Brown got for violating a 13-year-old girl in 2019. Addison, the half-brother of Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown, was declared guilty of rape by a 9-member jury after a trial in the High Court of Antigua and Barbuda. In the trial held last month, it was revealed that the now 44-year-old bus driver raped the schoolgirl in his private vehicle in broad daylight while parked under a tree. In his defense, Addison told the court that the family of the girl was extorting him for money and made the accusations when their attempts failed. The jury did not buy his story and instead returned a guilty verdict, offering him up to the hands of Justice Anne-Marie Smith for sentencing. Smith sentenced him to 13 years at Her Majesty's Prison after beginning with a starting point of 12 years. The offense carries a maximum sentence of life imprisonment or 30 years in this regard. On the international scene, there is no intelligence that Vladimir Putin is unstable or in bad health, the director of the CIA has said. There has been increasing unconfirmed media speculation that Mr. Putin, who turned 70 this year, may be suffering from ill health, possibly cancer. But William Burns said there was no evidence to suggest this, joking that he appeared too healthy. The Kremlin has again dismissed the reports of Mr. Putin's ill health as nothing but fakes. It comes as the US announced it would provide Ukraine with more long-range weapons. Earlier, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Russia's military focus in Ukraine was no longer only the East and implied Moscow's strategy had changed after the West supplied Ukraine with such weapons. And finally, in sports, Leeds United fans can still expect to watch an entertaining team this season, says striker Patrick Bamford. For the first time in 5 years, Leeds are going through preseason without Marcelo Bielsa guiding them. However, after stepping in for the remaining 12 games of last season and dragging Leeds out of the relegation zone with a final day win at Brentford, manager Jesse Marsh is putting his own imprint on a much-changed squad. England star Calvin Phillips and Brazilian playmaker Rafinha have left for Manchester City and Barcelona, respectively. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
It's time to trade in that old living room set for a brand new one at Court. Quartz. For a limited time only, get 25% off any living room set with your trade-in. It's easy to take advantage of this offer. First, take a photo or video of your old living room furniture. Next, go on down to your nearest Quartz store and purchase your new living room set. Then, we will deliver your new living room set and haul away the old one at no extra cost to you. No cash, no problem. Pay with Quartz Ready Finance and you pay nothing for 30 days. This is a deal you don't want to miss. Supplies are limited. Act now. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home. Offer does not include Ashley living room sets.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to